In today's fast-paced world, you need a partner with the expertise to protect identities, payments, and data, so you can secure what you've built, protect what you're building, and accelerate your growth. Entrust, securing a world in motion. Learn more at entrust.com/podcast.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 2329, How Acne Made Me More Frugal by Jess Chua with budgetsaresexy.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. I'm here narrating for you every single day from some of the best articles on the web when it comes to money and finance. So with that, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. How Acne Made Me More Frugal by Jess Chua with budgetsaresexy.com. I managed to sail through my teenage years without much trouble regarding the skin on my face. This all changed in my early 20s when a sudden onset of acne overtook my once smooth and blemish-free complexion. Oy vey. It was a definite hit to my self-esteem initially, and the stress and frustration became a vicious negative cycle that fed itself. Throughout this harrowing but enlightening experience, I learned several lessons about frugality and minimalism. I had always been a somewhat thrifty person, most of the time, but dealing with acne made me more conscious of my approach to money, consumerism, and budgeting. Here's what my acne battle taught me. Number 1, sometimes you don't get what you pay for. At the prompting of several concerned friends and family members, I bought a month's subscription to a well-known acne treatment system. Something didn't feel right early on as my face increasingly dried out and got irritated the longer I stuck with the products. Why is this happening? I'd think to myself several times throughout the day as I scrutinized the label and claims they made. I stopped using the products when I noticed it was leaving white streaks on my face towel. What was that white substance? A quick Google search told me that benzoyl peroxide was one of the best anti-acne ingredients available, and that it was a powerful bleaching agent like most peroxides. Part of me felt like I was kicking up a fuss and just needed to continue using the system to get the results. But part of me also just wanted to seek out other options. If the ingredients could leave white streaks on a towel, what was it doing to my skin and body? I decided to listen to my gut and explore simpler options that could be effective and friendly to my wallet. Number 2, keep things simple. This led me to read up about basic skincare and how the number one thing irritated and aggravated skin needs is less irritation and aggravation. It sounds like common sense, and it is, though it was hard to accept when nothing seemed to be working at the time to clear up the acne. I spent lots of time reading up about various approaches to skincare. In particular, I enjoyed the Japanese approach to it, which tends to emphasize fewer but higher quality ingredients in the products. Trendy and pricey items like snail mucinescence face masks sounded tempting to try on an adventurous day, but I gravitated towards gentle and effective items like fragrance-free oatmeal bar soap to keep my face clean without irritating it. Reading up on sensitive skin and the ingredients to avoid helped me really narrow down my choices when it came to the endless amount of skincare products out there. Through my research and obsessive studying of ingredient labels, I realized that more expensive products didn't necessarily mean that they were free from harmful or low-quality substances. Number 3, be a more conscious consumer. The acne treatment system I had tried had a media budget that was upwards of $200 million, on top of several millions per year that was allocated to celebrity endorsements. I sat still for several moments to let that information sink in. I wanted my subconscious to remember it so that I would be more discerning when it comes to marketing and advertising. There was always that glimmer of hope that the next miracle product could be the holy grail item that I just couldn't live without when it came to beauty and skincare. It was a reality check for me to realize that all the scientific studies, stamps of approval, and glossy endorsements meant nothing if the product wasn't working for me. Was I an outlier? It didn't matter. I was happy that I felt more empowered now to make more discerning purchases. And number 4, minimalism. What I could do without. As I got down to the basics, I got more disciplined when it came to my approach towards food and health. I drastically cut down on sugary and processed foods and drank mostly water while keeping up my usual light to moderate exercise routines. I realized I was happy working out by myself at home and that I felt more comfortable there than paying for a fancy gym membership. My low fuss and minimal skincare routine made me think about what other things I could do without. When it came to potential purchases, I would keep asking myself, is this something I really need? Which not only helped me justify the expense, but was a solid question to ask in general in order to keep reaping the benefits of a frugal lifestyle. This concept of less is more frees you up to focus on the things that matter even more. For example, no longer paying for the Acne treatment system subscription meant that I now had about $30 per month to save or spend on other things instead, like art supplies or books. Keeping to a minimal skincare routine meant that I could spend 5 minutes or less on my face versus a complicated 10-step routine requiring multiple products and a bigger investment of time and money. In the end, the minimalistic approach helped to clear up my skin and serves as a visual reminder and reward of the frugal lifestyle choices I make. You just listened to the post titled How Acne Made Me More Frugal by Jess Chua with budgetsaresexy.com.
If you look around, there are so many ways to make a difference. At Capella University, our FlexPath format gives you a different way to earn your degree. Take courses at your speed. Move on whenever you're ready. Education should fit your life. Learn more at capella.edu.
I love how much Jess learned from this experience with acne. We've actually worked together as Jess is a former colleague with the Optimal Living Daily team, which is the podcast network that produces this show. I had no idea that we could have been trading notes on skincare all this time. Like Jess, I had a really bad experience with acne in my late 20s. What happened to me is that I started working out more intensely after work, and I still had makeup on my face while I was sweating, and my pores were all open. The makeup ended up getting deep into my pores and causing really bad cystic acne. It was extremely painful and awful to look at. And it was a vicious cycle because I would put on more makeup to cover up the acne. After a while, when I figured out what was causing it, I would wash my makeup off before working out, but the damage was already done. The way I fixed it was to stop wearing makeup altogether, and I used tea tree oil on my face to heal my infected pores. While Jess learned some financial lessons with her experience, mine came with a different lesson. I learned to be comfortable with what my face looks like. Not wearing makeup at all for a number of months, fully accepting my acne, and letting it heal became an exercise in self-compassion. I learned to worry less about what other people thought of my face and worry more about how to heal this skin condition that was really painful. But that'll do it for today. Thank you for being here. Have a great weekend if you're listening in real time, and I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.